Happy Friday, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and thank you guys to everybody who suffered through the. We were just kind of going over all the decks that were structure built for the GX Duel Academy box, and during the course of that, one of my correspondents overseas, Okami, has come up with 3 builds where they were playing with the new Obelisk rules. Obelisk rules basically stating that if you were to buy 3 copies of the GX box, you could build your deck using that. And he and his friends took it one step further. They said, let's only use cards from within the singular structure of the character that we'd like to build from. So I'm going to spend the next couple of days, today included, and we're going to go over 3 of the builds that he submitted to us. And then after that, it's going to be my builds. Unless, of course, somebody else sends some builds, we'll take a look at those and review them and maybe discuss how to make them better. But right now, this is what it is. It is 3 copies of the Axel Brody deck. So he decided to go with the Volcanics. And the Volcanics, to me, are kind of crazy because on one hand, they're super control, and on the other hand, they can be super aggressive. And then somehow on a third hand, like I'm the Osir Priest somehow, they're also able to win in speed duel on a burn condition. So very cool deck. Definitely wanted to start off with this. Definitely have my own build to show off later. So let's start with it. The skill he's using is the Blaze Accelerator Deployment. And again, this is probably the best skill here. Once per turn, you can change the name of one Blaze Accelerator that you control to Tri-Blaze Accelerator. And you may use this skill twice per duel. So again, there's no reason not to be playing this. Good skill, great skill. Really going to open up the rest of the deck. Let's see what he has in store for us. Monster count, we're going to have 2 copies of the Royal Firestorm Guards. Very, pretty necessary actually. 2 copies Volcanic Blaster. Again, really good choice. Single, double copies of Volcanic Doomfire. This is essentially going to be the boss character. 3 copies Rocket, which is one of the things that makes this deck playable even without this skill. This skill makes things more fun, I think. But 3 copies of Rocket really determines, like, you really just need to get Doomfire in your hand at this point in order to play the deck. And then, of course, 3 copies of Volcanic Shell. And again, I don't know why that's just blurring out. Let's change it. Thank you, Dual Kitty. 3 copies of Shell helps to round out the rest of the monsters. Spells and stuff, very basic. Again, remember, speed duel, only 20 cards at the minimum. So we're going to be using 2 copies Blaze Accelerator. That's great. We've got 3 tutors. We're able to change 2 copies of this into Tri-Blaze, which is great for Doomfire. We are going to run a single copy of Tri-Blaze. And again, I like the ratio. I like the 3-2-1. Very early days Pokemon. And that is my phone, so I do apologize for that as well. And last spell we're going to be running is 2 copies of Wildfire. And again, just kind of like a control thing. When I go over the effects, I think everybody will understand. And then, of course, for those of you that already know the effects, you guys already get it. The traps are going to be very simple today. 3 copies. And we're going to run Michiziri. And again, Michiziri is just going to work super good based on wording alone. And the fact that we're going to be continuously tributing things. Or losing things. It is the best. We're going to gain so much advantage, and we're going to be able to press over the opponent. So this is it. If you guys just wanted the deck list, boom, there it is. It's been like 4 minutes. You guys are welcome. Go ahead, take a screenshot if you like. There we go. Everything's in frame. Yeah, or, you know, pause the video, take your notes, whichever. I want to thank you guys for stopping by again. I enjoy doing these. This is great. I love speed duel in general. We got 2 more of Okami's builds coming up tomorrow and the day after, so stay tuned for those. And again, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead, hit subscribe. And then if you've already done that, you know, just keep coming back, keep saying hi. And again, if this is all you needed was the deck list, go have a great day. That's it. Everybody else, let's go ahead and talk over the cards. Let's talk over the effects. And I kind of like this going backwards thing, so I'm going to do this again. So we're going to start with the Michiziri trap. So when a monster is sent from the field to the graveyard, to my graveyard, even during the damage step, so battle counts, target a monster on the field and destroy it. So again, in a second, you're going to understand that this is going to get way better. And because this gets way better, this means we get multiple effects or we get multiple control aspects in a round. So the next card we're going to talk about is going to be the Wildfire Quick Play spell. Pay 500 life points to activate. Destroy all blaze accelerators that you control. And if you do, destroy as many monsters on the field as possible. Now, on the field means both sides. So this is going to essentially be Dark Hole for Speed Duel. That's pretty awful. Special summon a Wildfire token, Pyro, level 3, Fire attribute, 1000 attack and defense, in attack mode. My monsters cannot attack the turn that I activate this. Basically ensuring that you're not going to hit Wildfire and go for game by a direct attack. However, burn effects are still valid. Bless you, kitty. What'd you do? Wow, she must have gotten into something dusty. Alright, continuing on. Single copy Tri-Blaze Accelerator. You activate this by sending one face-up Blaze Accelerator that you control to the graveyard. During the main phase, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Send one Pyro from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, destroy the target. And if you were able to destroy the target, inflict 500 to the opponent. Your monsters may not attack the turn that you activate this effect. However, what this is going to do is this is going to allow us to go ahead and pop a card and perform control while performing burn. Blaze Accelerator, again, we need this for the step up. You target a monster your opponent controls, send a Pyro from your hand with 500 or less attack to the discard pile, and if you do destroy the targeted monster, your monsters may not attack the turn this is activated, or this effect is activated. And again, this is basically just saying we understand that Volcanic Rocket is 19. We understand Doomfire's 3K. No immediate game result for the deck. And again, that's fair. Again, this deck was designed before Speed Duel. So in that sense, it's 100% okay. Going into the monsters, we do run the 3 copies Volcanic Shell, and this is going to be mandatory. Between this being a 3 and Rockets being a 3, I don't care how you're building this deck. Those are like adamant numbers. You can't change those. Once per turn, you can pay 500 life points. Add Volcanic Shell from deck to hand. This has to be in the graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. So again, the main strategy here is going to be to set up your Blaze Accelerator and use your shells to take out monsters. Yes, you're going to pay life points, but it's going to continually reimbursing you another copy of shell from your deck. So it's perfect. It's fine. Do it. Next up will be the Volcanic Rocket. When this is summoned, and again, this doesn't matter. It could be a special, could be a flip, could be a normal. You may add one Blaze Accelerator from the deck or graveyard to the hand. So in addition, we can recycle, which allows us to, again, further how many times we're able to play Blaze Accelerators. And since it says Blaze Accelerator card and not one Blaze Accelerator, this means that you can grab back your Tri-Blaze too. So now the 3-2-1 should be making a ton of sense. And again, this sets you up. You play your Rocket, you get your Accelerator, you pop a shell, gain advantage on the field, pay your 500, get your next shell to hand. So again, it should make absolute sense. Going into the boss monster, 2 copies of Doomfire. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from the hand by sending one Tri-Blaze that you control to the graveyard. Again, this is what the Accelerator development skill is made for, is to allow you to play these guys. During your opponent's battle phase, attack monsters your opponent control must attack this card if able. So again, hopefully that you overpower them. You took out the biggest threat that you could with your Blaze Accelerator cannon. That should be fine. They have to attack this. Now, of course, they get to choose which monster is going to attack. But when this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. And if you do, inflict 500 damage for each monster that they had destroyed by this effect. So again, it's a possible extra 1,000, plus they have to run into this. So they're going to have to pick that, or throw all their cards in defense mode. Either way, you're fine. 2 copies of Blaster. When this is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can place a Volcanic from your deck to the top of the deck. So, okay, you didn't draw right. You can go ahead and you can add Rocket or Shell or Doomfire right to the top of your deck. But it does have to be destroyed by battle in order to stack. So again, 2 kind of consistent. Not as important, I think. But again, not my builds. We may tweak that number when it comes time for me to build mine. It is what it is. And then Royal Firestorm Guards. And again, 2. And I think this is, again, the best number here. Not only is this card going to be 1700 and basically a level 4 Titan in speed duels, but if this card is normal summoned, we get to target 4 Pyros in our graveyard, shuffle all 4 targets back into the deck, and draw 2. So again, if we want to recycle our shells, this is how we're going to recycle shells plus a card. And that card might be Blaster. And then again, every card in this deck is going to be a Pyro monster this time. So fantastic. It's able to target any monster that you're playing. You're able to generate targets. You're able to generate additional advantage with Michizuri. This is an amazing build. And honestly, I think that this build should also be considered like able to stand up against any deck that has access to all the cards in the speed duel set as well. Not just the Academy box, but like Battle City and all the previous booster sets. This should be able to stand on equal terms with anybody. So very good work, Kami. I can't wait to show them what else you got. We're going to wait till tomorrow. I know. You're at work. You're watching this. Have fun. Hopefully shift ends well. Everybody else, have a wonderful day. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll have another deck for you. Later.